Have you ever noticed that the people who laugh easily, love openly, and seem to find joy in everyday moments often look and feel younger than their age? Maybe you have a friend who's always cracking jokes at the dinner table, or a neighbor whose face lights up whenever the grandchildren visit. You might wonder, what's their secret? Is it just good luck? Or could there be a deeper reason that happiness seems to go hand in hand with health, especially as we age? Today, we're going to discover just how powerful the link between happiness and healthy circulation truly is, and why embracing laughter, love, and a zest for life might be the best medicine you can give your heart, your body, and your mind. Let's start with a simple but profound truth. Our emotions don't just live in our minds, they ripple through every system in our bodies. Science has shown that when we feel happy, safe, and connected, our bodies respond in remarkable ways. Blood vessels relax, the heart beats more steadily, and fresh oxygen-rich blood flows easily to every organ and cell. It's as if your entire system is celebrating right along with you, rewarding your joy with better health and resilience. But what's really happening beneath the surface? It turns out, when we laugh, whether at a funny story, a silly video, or just the playful antics of a friend, our brain releases endorphins and other feel-good chemicals. These natural mood boosters not only lift our spirits, but also cause our blood vessels to widen, a process known as vasodilation. This means that more blood can flow freely, carrying oxygen and nutrients to the parts of the body that need them most. Think of it as an internal massage for your arteries, a gentle, healing wave that keeps everything moving and healthy. And laughter isn't the only ingredient. Love, whether it's the steady companionship of a partner, the affection of family, or the simple warmth of a good friend, has its own special magic. Studies show that people who feel connected and cared for tend to have lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol levels, and a much lower risk of heart problems. When we give and receive love, our bodies produce hormones like oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, which soothes stress, calms the nervous system, and helps the heart beat in a steady, healthy rhythm. Of course, joy and connection aren't always easy to come by, especially in the later chapters of life. There may be losses, changes in health, or days that feel heavy with worry or loneliness. But here's the empowering truth. Happiness isn't about pretending every day is perfect. It's about making space for the small, good moments, savoring a joke, reaching out to a loved one, or noticing the beauty of sunlight on your face. Each of these moments sends a signal to your body. You're safe, you're cared for, you can relax and heal. Let me share a story that brings these ideas to life. Alice, a 76-year-old retired nurse, spent her first few years of retirement worrying about her heart. She took her medications, watched her salt, and made sure to walk every day, but she still felt tired and anxious. Then, after joining a local choir, something shifted. Alice found herself laughing more, singing with new friends, and looking forward to every rehearsal. Within months, her blood pressure dropped, her energy soared, and, as her doctor noted, her color came back. Alice says, "I feel 10 years younger. I never knew happiness could be so good for my health." Why does this matter so much for seniors? As we age, our circulation naturally becomes less efficient. Blood vessels stiffen, the heart may have to work harder, and it's easier for blockages or high blood pressure to develop. But by weaving more joy, love, and laughter into your days, you're giving your circulatory system a daily workout, a chance to stay flexible, open, and strong. It's a kind of preventive medicine that comes without side effects. And best of all, it's free. And let's not forget, laughter and love are contagious. When you allow yourself to be open to joy, whether it's a shared memory with an old friend, a lighthearted joke with your spouse, or a playful moment with a grandchild, you're spreading health, hope, and healing far beyond your own body. You become a beacon, lighting the way for others to discover the healing power of happiness. So, what can you do, starting today, to strengthen this connection? Start small. Seek out people and activities that make you smile. Watch a funny movie, call an old friend, or simply allow yourself to be a little silly. Practice gratitude, notice what's good, even on challenging days. And when you feel love, don't hold back, say it, show it, and let it fill you up. In this video, we'll journey together through the fascinating science behind the happiness circulation connection. We'll hear stories of ordinary people whose lives were transformed by laughter and love. And we'll share practical tips for bringing more joy into your everyday routine, no matter your age or circumstances. Because living well isn't just about diet or exercise or medications. It's about the heart's true work. To laugh, to love, to live with all the color and hope life has to offer. Stay with us as we open the door to a happier, healthier you. One smile, one connection, one joyful moment at a time. Discover how laughter, love, and living fully can help you achieve better circulation, a stronger heart, and a life that just feels better, from the inside out. But what happens if we overlook the simple, beautiful habits of laughter, love, and joyful living? It might be tempting to think that these things are just nice to have. Extra ingredients for a good life, but not really essential, especially as we get older, and especially when there are so many other things to manage. Medications, doctor visits, special diets, and all the practical realities of aging. But let's pause and look at what's truly at stake if we push happiness to the side and allow days to pass without real moments of connection or delight. If you skip inviting laughter into your day, your body misses out on one of nature's most powerful, free medicines. The science is clear. Without those little bursts of humor or lightheartedness, our bodies tend to hold on to stress. Stress, left unchecked, acts like a silent constrictor, causing our blood vessels to tighten, our blood pressure to rise, and our hearts to work harder. Over time, the absence of laughter can make your circulatory system less flexible and more prone to problems. It's not just about feeling down, it's about your heart having to struggle against invisible barriers. Day after day. The same goes for love and connection. If you close yourself off from others, or feel isolated even, if it's unintentional, your body responds in subtle but very real ways. Studies show that loneliness can have the same effect on health as smoking or obesity. If you skip opportunities to reach out, share a smile, or let someone else in, your body receives less oxytocin and fewer calming signals. Your blood pressure might stay a bit higher, your sleep could become lighter and less restorative, and your risk for heart disease, stroke, or memory loss can quietly creep up. You may find yourself visiting the doctor more often, but feeling less resilient, both physically and emotionally. Imagine a week with no laughter. The days feel heavier, your mood drops, and even simple aches seem sharper. You might lose interest in hobbies or social events. Over months and years, this pattern can solidify, leading to a state doctors call chronic stress or low-grade depression, but really, it's just the world getting grayer, one missed opportunity for joy at a time. Without the natural relaxation that laughter and love provide, your circulation suffers, and so do your immune system, digestion, and even your memory. You might notice more brain fog, less energy, and a lingering sense that something's missing, even if you can't quite put your finger on what. Let's be honest. Life, especially in the later decades, brings challenges, loss, change, and sometimes pain. But if we respond to these moments by withdrawing from joy, or believing we're too old for new friendships or fresh laughter, the result can be a slow shrinking of our world. The less we connect, the more isolated we become. The less we laugh, the harder it is for our bodies to relax, repair, and flourish. And in this state, even the healthiest foods, best medicines, and most careful routines lose some of their power. Here's a story that might sound familiar. After her husband passed, Evelyn, age 81, gradually stopped attending church gatherings and neighborhood tea times. At first, she told herself she just needed time alone to grieve. But as the months stretched on, her sleep became restless, her blood pressure crept upward, and her doctor noticed her heart was working harder than before. Evelyn didn't laugh much anymore. She barely spoke to friends on the phone. It was only when her daughter encouraged her to join a local senior art class where laughter and creativity filled the room that Evelyn's spark slowly returned. Her energy lifted, her color came back, and her doctor smiled at her next checkup, saying, "You look years younger." That change didn't come from a pill, it came from choosing joy again, and letting love back in. It's also easy to dismiss play and fun as childish or unserious in our senior years, but the stakes are real. Without moments of play, dancing in the living room, trying something silly, or sharing an old joke, life loses its flavor. The body senses this, and it shows up as sluggish blood flow, slower healing, and even a less robust immune response. If you skip these daily doses of joy, your heart, brain, and entire body may lose some of their natural resilience. A body that isn't often bathed in feel-good chemistry becomes more vulnerable to illness, less quick to bounce back from setbacks, and perhaps most quietly devastating, less hopeful about the future. If you're listening now and realizing that laughter and connection have been missing from your days, you are not alone. Many seniors quietly carry a mix of grief, regret, or loneliness. But ignoring your need for happiness is not a harmless oversight, it is a risk factor, just as real as high cholesterol or lack of exercise. Think of it as invisible plaque in your arteries. Not immediately obvious, but over time, it clogs the flow of life itself. The good news, just as quickly as circulation can be harmed by isolation or worry, it can be improved by even the smallest acts of happiness. A single smile, a moment of shared laughter, a warm hug, or an act of kindness can send ripples through your entire system, opening blood vessels, lowering stress hormones, and inviting healing in. You have the power to change the trajectory of your health not just through diet and medicine, but through the daily choice to seek, welcome, and celebrate joy. So, as we move forward, remember, skipping happiness isn't just missing out on fun. It's missing out on a vital, measurable ingredient in your body's ability to heal, thrive, and age with strength. Let's not let another day go by without giving your heart and your whole self a reason to smile. Stay with me, because up next, we'll explore how to bring more laughter, love, and meaning into every day, no matter your circumstances or your age. Your best years are waiting, and they begin with a single, joyful step. But let's not stop with laughter and connection. There's another powerful force at work in the health of our hearts and our circulation, one that we often overlook in our busy, ever-changing world: the role of purpose and gratitude. This second factor works hand in hand with happiness and connection, forming the sturdy foundation of a life that truly flourishes. No matter the number of candles on your birthday cake, if laughter is the spark and love is the warmth, purpose and gratitude are the steady, glowing embers that keep the fire alive. Why is this so important? Scientists and psychologists alike have found that people who feel their lives have meaning, whether that comes from caring for a pet, volunteering, tending a garden, or simply being there for family and friends, tend to have lower levels of inflammation, steadier heart rhythms, and, yes, better circulation. The body responds to purpose almost as if it were medicine. Each day that brings a sense of accomplishment, even a small one, acts as a signal to your cells. You matter. Keep going. Keep healing. That inner message causes stress hormones to fall and the blood vessels to relax, allowing for smoother, stronger blood flow throughout your entire system. Think about that for a moment. It's not just grand achievements that bring these benefits, it's the small rituals and roles we take on, even after retirement, that add meaning to our days. Maybe it's sending a birthday card to a grandchild, or greeting your neighbors with a smile each morning. Maybe it's learning something new, helping out at a community event, or simply caring for your home. Purpose doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be yours. Let's bring gratitude into the picture as well. A growing body of research shows that people who regularly practice gratitude, taking a moment each day to reflect on what's good, what's working, or what brings them joy, experience lower blood pressure, improved sleep, and faster recovery from illness or surgery. Gratitude acts almost like a natural relaxant for the arteries, reducing the strain on your heart and opening the pathways for oxygen-rich blood to reach every corner of your body. Imagine John, a 74-year-old who struggled with restless nights and anxious mornings. At the encouragement of his daughter, he began writing down 3 things he was grateful for every evening, no matter how small. A favorite meal, a chat with an old friend, the cheerful song of a morning bird. Within weeks, John noticed he was falling asleep faster, waking up with more energy, and even smiling more during the day. His doctor was pleasantly surprised to see his blood pressure and heart rate improve without any change in medication. For John, a simple shift in focus led to real, measurable benefits, both physically and emotionally. It turns out that gratitude and purpose don't just lift the mood, they change the body. When you wake up feeling grateful for another day, or end your evening with a sense of purpose fulfilled, your nervous system relaxes, your muscles let go of tension, your digestion improves, and your immune system gets a gentle boost. It's as if every organ in your body breathes a sigh of relief, knowing it's supported by both mind and heart. And here's something truly remarkable. When you combine these habits with laughter, love, and connection, the effects are not just additive, they're exponential. A laugh shared with a loved one is more powerful when you're grateful for their presence. Purposeful living is easier when you feel supported and loved. This web of happiness, connection, purpose, and gratitude creates a positive feedback loop, a kind of self-sustaining ecosystem of wellness. You start to notice more reasons to smile, more opportunities to give, and more chances to receive support in return. Purpose and gratitude. also act as armor against the challenges that come with age, when the days feel hard or the aches and pains make themselves known. It's often purpose and gratitude that help you push through, reminding you that life still holds moments of beauty, even in the midst of struggle. They help anchor you to what's good, what's true, and what's possible. No matter what's happening in the world around you. If you're thinking, but what if I don't feel much purpose right now? What if gratitude feels out of reach? That's perfectly normal. Purpose isn't always obvious, and gratitude can feel distant during tough times. But remember, both can be cultivated. Start with tiny steps. Make a list of things that once brought you meaning or joy, no matter how small. Look for ways to reconnect, write a letter, tend to a plant, or simply say thank you for a moment of kindness, even if it's your own. Sometimes, sharing your search for purpose with others opens new doors. Neighbors might invite you to a gathering, a family member might ask for your advice, or you might find a volunteer opportunity that sparks something inside. Gratitude can begin with a single smile or a deep breath as you watch the sunrise. The ripple effects will come, day by day, moment by moment. So as you continue this journey of living, loving, and laughing, remember that happiness is only the beginning. When you add purpose and gratitude, you're building the habits and attitudes that support your heart, your circulation, and your sense of belonging, creating a life that's not just longer, but richer and more rewarding. Next, we'll see how these lessons turn into real results, stories of seniors who reclaimed their health and joy, and simple tips for weaving laughter, love, purpose, and gratitude into every single day. Because you deserve not just to live, but to live well, and it all starts from within, with a single, grateful, purposeful heartbeat. Now, let's gather together the insights, the stories, and the gentle wisdom we've explored so far, and step into the heart of our journey. Here is where all these threads, laughter, love, purpose, gratitude, are woven into the fabric of everyday living, delivering a promise that is both simple and profound. Embracing laughter, love, purpose, and gratitude will lead to stronger circulation, a healthier heart, and a life filled with resilience and joy. Let's imagine for a moment what happens when these elements become the pillars of your daily routine. Picture yourself starting the day with a deep breath, a quiet smile, perhaps a memory of a loved one or a funny story from years past. You greet the morning not with dread or stiffness, but with curiosity, a sense of possibility, even if the weather is gray or your joints feel a little stubborn. As you move through your morning, you make a small gesture of kindness, a text to a friend, a compliment to your spouse, or a few minutes spent tending to a beloved plant. With each act, you're not just spreading goodwill, you're inviting your own body to relax, to open its vessels and allow fresh, nourishing blood to flow more freely. Now add purpose to your day. Maybe you decide to tackle a project, offer advice to a grandchild, or simply organize a drawer that's been nagging at you. As you act with intention, you're sending your body a powerful message. I matter. This moment matters. Your heart responds by beating a little stronger, your immune system perks up, and your mind clears with a satisfying sense of accomplishment. Science shows that these small acts of engagement, of kindness, of contribution actually lower inflammation in the body and boost natural chemicals that protect your blood vessels. And when the inevitable challenges of the day arise, a missed call, a moment of loneliness, an ache or pain, you reach for gratitude. Maybe you recall the taste of your favorite breakfast, the sound of a bird outside your window, or the laughter of a child. These moments of thankfulness act like a balm for your nervous system, softening the stress response and keeping your circulation steady and strong. You may not be able to change every circumstance, but with gratitude, you change how your body and heart respond to it. There's magic in this routine, and it isn't just poetic, it's rooted in biology. When you laugh, your blood vessels dilate, increasing oxygen and nutrients to every corner of your body. When you love and feel loved, your heart rate calms, and the love hormone oxytocin helps repair cells and fight disease. When you pursue purpose, your stress hormones drop, and your arteries stay more supple and youthful. When you practice gratitude, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, lifting your mood and further supporting healthy blood flow. Let's bring in the real stories that prove this isn't just theory. Take Maria, 78, who after losing her partner, felt her world grow small and her body weaker. With encouragement from friends, she joined a storytelling group at her local library, where laughter was as common as breathing and every member found meaning in sharing. Within weeks, Maria's energy improved, her sleep deepened, and her doctor remarked on the healthy glow in her cheeks. "It's not a miracle drug," Maria said. "It's just feeling alive again." Or James, 83, who started a daily gratitude journal at the suggestion of his grandson, writing down 3 good things each night, sometimes as simple as the sun came out or the soup was tasty, helped ease his anxious thoughts. Soon, his blood pressure, once stubbornly high, began to drop. His nurse, surprised at his improvement, asked him his secret. He replied, "I'm training my heart to notice the good, and it's getting easier every day." These aren't isolated cases. They're everyday miracles, available to each of us. When you embrace these habits, your world expands. You become more open to connection, more resilient in the face of stress, and more capable of bouncing back from setbacks or illness. You notice little joys, and with each one, your body responds with gratitude, offering you strength, healing, and endurance. The beauty of this solution is its simplicity. No expensive treatments, no complicated routines, just a daily choice to laugh, to love, to live with purpose, and to count your blessings. You can start with a joke, a hug, a thank you note, or a plan for a small act of service. Over time, these tiny seeds blossom into a garden of well-being. And what about the days when joy feels hard to find? When loneliness or pain clouds your view? That's when these habits matter most. You don't have to force laughter or gratitude. Sometimes, it's enough just to pause, to breathe, and to remind yourself of the good you've experienced before. Even in sorrow, connection is possible. Even in solitude, purpose can be found. Reach out to someone, a friend, a neighbor, a grandchild, share a memory, offer a hand, or simply listen. You'll find that giving joy is as healing as receiving it. As this new rhythm takes hold, you'll notice changes both big and small. Your circulation may improve, fewer cold hands and feet, more energy, steadier steps. Your heart may feel lighter, your thoughts clearer, your mood more hopeful. The bonds you build, the laughter you share, and the moments of gratitude you collect become the scaffolding of a rich, resilient, and meaningful life, one that keeps you strong and well, inside and out. So take this wisdom into your day. Remember, it's never too late to invite more laughter, more love, more purpose, and more gratitude into your world. These are not just words. They are tools, gifts, and guides, offering you the chance to live not only longer, but better, with every beat of your grateful, joyful heart. And as we move toward our final thoughts, hold on to this. The journey to better health and circulation isn't about perfection. It's about the next smile, the next moment of meaning, the next chance to say thank you to the world and yourself. You're building a legacy not just of years, but of joy, courage, and connection, one beautiful day at a time. So as we reach this gentle closing of our conversation, I invite you to pause, take a slow breath, and consider the world of possibility that is quietly waiting for you right here, right now. Maybe you've spent years believing that health only comes from medication, that joy is a luxury for the young, or that gratitude and purpose are things that belong to another stage of life. But today, you hold a different story in your hands, a story where every day can offer something meaningful, where laughter is the spark that brightens your blood, and where love and purpose open doors to resilience you never knew you had. Let me encourage you, yes, you, right where you are, to take action. Start today, even if it's in the smallest of ways. Reach out for laughter, whether that's through a phone call with an old friend, a favorite comedy, or even a silly story you share with your grandchildren. Invite love in, with a gentle hug, a word of encouragement, or a small act of kindness, maybe even for yourself. Write down 3 things you're grateful for before bed tonight, no matter how ordinary they seem. Look for a reason to smile as you brush your teeth, as you drink your morning tea, as you watch the light shift across your living room, and as you step into your day. Carry this message close. Each time you choose happiness, connection, gratitude, or purpose, you're not just changing your mood, you are literally changing your body, one heartbeat and one breath at a time. You are loosening the grip of stress, opening your blood vessels, strengthening your heart, and fueling your immune system. These are not small things. They are the very foundation of your independence, your comfort, your confidence, and your peace of mind. If you feel hesitant, remember that every journey begins with a single step. You don't have to become a different person overnight. You don't need to wait for the right moment or the perfect day. Your life can change in the space between 2 heartbeats the moment you choose to call an old friend, try a new activity, or say a quiet thank you for a memory that warms your heart. If you stumble or forget, simply begin again. Progress is built on gentle persistence, not perfection. Perhaps you're wondering how to bring more laughter into your life if you live alone, or if times have been hard. Try turning to music, to old movies, or to the memories that still bring a smile. Seek out community, whether it's a local group, a place of worship, or an online community of peers. Even sharing a kind word with a stranger at the store can be the start of a ripple effect, a single act of connection that returns to you in unexpected ways. And for gratitude and purpose, remember that these don't have to be grand or dramatic. Purpose can be found in watering a plant, reading to a child, or simply caring for yourself with tenderness and attention. Gratitude is a habit, one that grows stronger every time you practice it. If you keep a journal, jot down one thing each day that made you feel alive. If writing isn't for you, simply whisper a thank you out loud. Or let your mind rest on something good as you drift off to sleep. Notice how your body responds to these new habits. Perhaps you'll find your hands and feet feel warmer, or your heart beats more steadily. Maybe you'll sleep a little deeper, move with a bit more ease, or wake with a clearer mind. Notice if your mood shifts, if hope flickers a bit brighter, or if the world seems just a little softer around the edges. These are signs that your body and spirit are responding, that the seeds of resilience and well-being are quietly taking root. And when you feel the difference, no matter how subtle, celebrate it. Share your victories, big or small, with someone you trust. Encourage others to join you on this journey. Knowing that your story could be the light that guides someone else out of loneliness or despair. You have the power, right now, to be the source of hope, humor, and kindness in your own life and in the lives of others. Never underestimate the ripple effect of your actions. One laugh, one hug, one word of gratitude. These are the moments that build community, that make life richer, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Each time you choose joy, you're not just improving your own health, you're helping to create a world where aging is not about shrinking, but about blooming in new, unexpected ways. As we close, let me remind you, you are not alone on this path. Every member of this community, every person listening, watching, or reading shares the same hope for meaning, connection, and vitality. Let's walk forward together, one day at a time, supporting each other with laughter, love, purpose, and gratitude. Let's fill our days with stories worth remembering, with moments that make our hearts stronger and our lives fuller. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to share it, pass it on to a friend, leave a comment with your favorite way to add joy to your day, or subscribe for more conversations like this. Together, we can rewrite the story of aging, making it not just longer, but richer, braver, and more beautiful than ever before. Go ahead, take action, laugh a little louder, love a little deeper, notice the good, and watch as your life begins to change from the inside out. You deserve a life that's full, connected, and strong. And you have everything you need to begin, right now. Here's to you, to the days ahead, and to the joy, health, and gratitude that are waiting for you just beyond your next smile.